What's up guys, your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me today. Guys, dude, we hit 50,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being interested in spinners and kind of being along this journey with us. From nobody knowing about spinners to everybody knowing about spinners and turning it into a sport and just creating something new. I'm just so excited. A lot of people think it's gonna end, and you know what? Maybe it's gonna die down a bit, but people who love to fidget, they're always gonna be there. And people who love to trick, they're always gonna be there too. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being along with me for this journey to 50,000 subscribers. I appreciate you so much. And that really was the intention for me to start my big giveaway. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm doing a massive 100 spinner giveaway. That's right, we're giving away 100 of our big baller spinners, our #1 top selling spinner. So definitely go check out the link below the video. Share this with your friends, get them to sign up too, and hopefully one of you guys will win one of the 100 spinners. Also, today we're gonna do a little bit of a review. We're gonna do a review on, I mentioned this spinner before in the past, and you guys might have seen it on the website, spinnercraft.com, but I haven't actually did a full in-depth on it yet. So here's the first full in-depth on the Lil Baller spinner, the next spinner in the Baller series. First we had the Big Baller, then we had the Hex Baller, then we had the Tri Baller, now we have the Lil Baller, and let me tell you, this thing is pretty fun because it's one of the coolest multi-purpose spinners. It has about 5 different functions. There's about 5 different things you can do with it. Plus it just spins really, really easy. I just love how fast you can spin this. You can get your finger right on the arms and give it a nice strong power spin. It's just a fun spinner, but there's about 5 different things that you can do with this, and that's something that you generally don't find with a spinner. Generally you just have one function, you can spin it in your hand or maybe spin it on the table, and that's about it. So this kicks it up a notch. I'm excited to show you all the different things that this thing can do. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out right now. Boom! Alright guys, let's get right into the review of the Lil Baller. Now I love this spinner, like I said before, because it's such a multi-purpose spinner. It has a lot of different functions, it can do a lot of different things, and it makes this really enjoyable because it has so many different functions. Most spinners you get, and basically what you can do is you spin them, you fidget, and that's pretty cool. You can do tricks with them. This one though has about 4 or 5 separate individual functions, which is really cool for a plastic spinner. So obviously, first off, you can see that it's a regular fidget spinner. You can enjoy spinning it like a 3-arm because of the way that it captures the finger in here, and because the balls are actually really small, it gives you, as you can see, just a really, really nice spin, easy to spin, and easy to get nice warps like that. So you can use it as a fidget spinner. The second thing that you can do is, as you noticed here, if you take the caps off, it comes with this little top stick that you can go ahead and stick inside. Now all of a sudden you've converted it from a fidget spinner to a spinning top, which is pretty fun too. And I'll show you how that works. And then if that wasn't enough, you can take the cap off, you can stick this rubber band on, you can slide the spinner on there, and you can stick the other side of this rubber band here, and now all of a sudden you've got a pen or pencil spinner that you can enjoy, and that makes kind of like a really fun aspect for the spinner. You can probably spin that on pretty much anything, and there's probably some challenges in there that I haven't thought of yet, but there's probably some cool challenges you could do with something like this. Look at how fun that looks. Really nice warp, really cool, really, really easy to use. And as you can see even the bearing moving around inside there, which is kind of fun. And this is basically what you get in the pack. You've got your spinner, you got an extra ball, which is kind of cool. You've got the top feature there that you can pop in, and you've got your backup bands that you can use to make it into a top spinner or into a pencil or a pen spinner. Now, the cool thing about this too is besides all of this, Of course, it has a ceramic hybrid bearing, so you've got a nice high-end bearing in there. It's not a steel bearing, and if you have a pro fidget spinner or if you have a traditional ABS spinner, you can actually pop this bearing out, put it in your own spinner, and you can upgrade your own spinner. So it's kind of like, it works in this spinner obviously, and it's a really cool bearing that you can easily remove and place in your own spinner, so you can kind of have a multi-purpose use out of this. So you can use the bearing, you can use it as a top, you can use it as a regular fidget spinner, you can use it as a pen spinner, and the last thing is you can, of course, as you can see here, like the big ballers, you can mix and match colors. So if somebody had bought a blue and an orange, they were able to mix and match this bottom panel here, and of course the caps too, but they can mix and match this bottom panel here and create their own custom modded out version. Now, the same thing you're going to find with the Lil Baller. You can create, obviously you can see this one's half red, half green. And here's the great thing about this is the spinner that has no screws. So there's nothing to strip, there's nothing to mess up on this. It's really simple, it's really easy, and that's why this spinner is really basic, because holding this thing together is simply just this bearing here. So if I apply a little bit of pressure here and pop the bearing out, well, I still hold this together, and then I can lay that on a table, and it's literally as easy as that. I want to change colors, no problem. Pop on a new color, slide the bearing in, nice and easy, make sure it's centered, and that's it. You're back in business, you're good to go, you've modded it out, and simple, quick, easy. Of course, you can put the same color caps on, you can change the caps. So essentially you could have a cap of one color, this part of the spinner could be one color, the red part of the spinner could be another color, and then the final cap could be another color. So you can really kind of create these custom and have fun with them. You can mix and match, or you can keep them even just the way they are plain, which I really love. Comes in 6 different colors. It's just a fun spinner overall. Again, this isn't a trick spinner. This isn't something you're going to throw up in the air, and mainly because, as I said, it doesn't have any screws on it, right? So it doesn't have the screws holding it together like a trick spinner would, but it's not meant to do that. It's meant to be used as a multi-purpose spinner, a fidget spinner, and you know, you want to take your time with it, even when doing the spin with the top. You know, you want to do it just right so you can kind of get a nice drop on it. Otherwise, it can come apart because, again, it's not put together with any screws. But I think that's what makes it fun, is because it is different and it is a multi-purpose spinner. It kind of reminds me of like the SUV of spinners. You know, it can kind of just do pretty much anything, which is kind of cool. One cool thing I want to show you with this, which you can't do with a normal spinner, is when you have it in top mode and you've got the little top piece in there and you're spinning it like that. If you're somebody who does spinner tricks, you can actually try to do tricks with the stick in it, right? Where you're actually doing tosses and catching it on the stick. Now, if it's one thing to catch it on the cap, it's a whole nother thing to catch it on the stick. So I think that's going to be a fun challenge for you guys. You can see an example of one of the guys on our pro team doing a trick like that right now. And that's it, just a really fun, quality, multi-purpose spinner. I think you guys are going to get a lot of use out of this. Again, great for fidgeting, works really nice. Just, there's something cool about this ball feature. You know, when you put your finger on it, you get a really nice push. I mean, you can get a crazy push if you want. You can get a nice little warp out of this. I just love this spinner overall. It just has so many different things that you can do with it and enjoy. Super easy for getting nice little warps, as you can see. And it's just great for fidgeting. I mean, it feels good in the hand. It's a really nice size. I love the Little Baller. Okay, almost hit 2 minutes on the table spin. So that's pretty awesome considering that, again, this isn't meant for super long times. This is more meant for all the different uses that it can have. But nearly a 2-minute shot. I love it, works great. Really digging this spinner. So, if you're interested in checking out the Lil Baller spinner, the multi-purpose spinner, go ahead and go to spinnercraft.com. You can click the link at the top of the screen, and we've got that available and ready to ship in 6 colors. Again, if you get more than one, you can mix and match, which is kind of fun. Create your own custom color spinner. Again, don't forget, sign up for the giveaway down below at the bottom of the video. Definitely sign up. We're giving away 100 spinners. And be sure to check out some of our past videos on some of our pro team members, and you can kind of see where this is going. You know, people still do use it, of course, for fidgeting, but it's also kind of turned into a bit more of a skill toy and kind of a sport in its own right. So check it out. It's kind of fun. Check out some of our last videos of our pro team members showing you some of the amazing tricks that they can do with this. Leave some comments below, and let me know what you guys think about the Lil Baller. This thing is so fun. First of all, is anybody into tops? How many people are into tops? Comment below. I want to know about that if you're into tops, because obviously this goes onto the top level, and what you think about the idea of spinning it on your pen or pencil. All right, guys, your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you guys have the most amazing weekend ever. Hopefully it's getting warm where you guys are at. Go outside, take your spinner, try some tricks, practice a few things, have a good time. Most importantly, keep smiling. All right, guys, your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Guys, today I'm doing a video on the comment that you guys leave the most underneath my videos. Do you want to know what it is? It's easy. It's, I don't ever need to spend more than $10 on a spinner. So many people say that, and the question is, do you ever need to spend more than $10 on a spinner, right? In the day and age of plastic spinners and also beautiful, really nice high-end metal ones, do you ever need to spend more than $10 on a spinner ever, right? Well, I'm going to get into that. We're going to go through some spinners, both low-end, high-end. We're going to talk about the difference, and we're going to answer your #1 most pressing question in just a moment. Alright guys, let's get right into the difference here between a $10 spinner and a more expensive spinner, so we can answer this big question as to, do you even need more than a $10 spinner? So of course we have the Pro Fidget spinner here, which is the traditional ABS spinner, which all of you know and love. For those of you who've been collecting spinners for a while, you've had this one for ages, and you know the value of it. It's definitely a good spinner. It's a budget spinner. It's rather inexpensive. Generally, you can drop this. You can, you can trick with it a little bit, and in the end, you're going to be able to still continue to use it. You know, the bearings may come out. You put them back in, and it's pretty good to go. Now that this is kind of more exploded into the mainstream and it's sort of trending, everybody who never knew about a spinner before is just finding out about one of these, and so they're really excited. They're getting them for $10 and under, and part of that excitement is thinking like, hey, this is great. I don't ever need anything other than this. Okay, and this does have its good pros and cons, and we're going to answer that big question at the end of this, but this definitely has its pros and cons, and it's great for a $10 or less product. And then from here, the upgrade would be something like we added the new fluorescent spinners, the fluoro spinners on the website now. And you can see these are upgraded to a 608 ceramic hybrid bearing. So again, still in the $10 and under range, and a solid spinner. This one has an upgraded bearing, has nice colors. So, you know, you still might say, hey, you know, I'm really thinking that maybe I don't need much more than $10, because that's a nice one too, and that's $10. And I'd say, you know, this one is a solid one, and it does a great job for the price, especially with the upgraded bearing, the new fluoro spinners that we sell on the site. So this one's also going to be great for $10, and that still kind of like goes along the lines of, do you need to spend more than $10? Maybe not. All right, so let's check out these. Everybody's familiar with these. Now we have the Big Baller, which is everyone's favorite spinner. Has lots of cool features. You can mod it out. You can do half one color, half the other color. You can swap the caps. You can do a lot of fun things with the Big Baller. It looks amazing. As you can see, it warps great. It's great for tricking. Same thing with the new Hex Baller that's on the site now. Everybody's digging this. All the guys that are on the pro team love this, and you can do tons of tricks with both of these. They're both amazing, 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 and they're $10, you know? So again, you're still finding that you can probably have a good time for $10. And then kind of finally, as we move into some of the multi-purpose spinners now, the new Little Baller, which we just put up on the site, you know, you can use this as a regular spinner. And it's beautiful, has nice design, great warps, really, really easy to spin. You can use it as a pen spinner, which I really dig. I love how multi-purpose it is. You can use it as a top, and it even comes with a little top feature, so you can spin and put on the table. And then it also has the same feature that allows you to mix and match colors. So again, all in like that $10 price range. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of get in the $10 price range, and you really don't need to leave that price range. So for some of you guys, the answer is going to be, you know, yeah, I don't really need to spend more than $10, and $10 is where it's at. I mean, I can get the Little Baller, I can get, you know, the traditional pro fidget spinner, I can get the Big Baller, I can get the Hex Baller, I can get the fluoro spinner. I mean, I can get all of this for $10 and have a good time. You can spin it, you can use it for fidgeting, you can use it for tricking, whatever your thing is. There's a lot of options in that price range. And then if you want to step it up one, you can take your traditional spinner, okay, and what you can do is we have adapters available now. So for all of those of you guys that already have these spinners and you're like, you know, I had this for a while and I want to try something new, what you can do is we can get our adapters. So our adapters have the new R188 bearing, the retainer locking system in there, and of course its own caps. So you can pop this thing together. You can spin it on its own if you'd like. You can spin it almost as a mini spinner. So once you got the caps in there, you got two caps with the spinner in the middle. So you can spin it as a mini spinner if you want to, but the whole idea behind this is you can pop this right in the center of your pro fidget spinner. And then now what you have is you have an R188 adapter with awesome caps that have a ring around the side that's going to help you do amazing finger balances and tricks really, really easy. And now this is a great way that you can upgrade your standard pro fidget spinner. So here's another great option that's inexpensive. So you've got your $10 bunch, then you even have options where you can upgrade your traditional spinner for inexpensive. Okay, so let's talk about what's the next step up from that, because that's the $10 range. Now let's talk about the over $10 range so we can have a fair comparison. All right, so the next up from that would be the Secret Service spinner. Now, this is also pretty much a fan favorite. Everybody loves these. They come in a lot of different styles. We have it in 8 different varieties right now. I mean, you can get the stainless steel, you can get the cool red, you can get the rainbow, which everybody's flipping out about. Really, really cool spinner, small, nice, lightweight. Now you're going from something that's plastic, okay, and it has a plastic feel, you know, it has a plastic feel to it, to something that's machined. Now something that's machined, there's no rough spots, There's no hard spots on this. There's nothing. This is a really, really nice piece. You might feel a little bit of hot spot on the cap, but on this piece itself, it's really nice. And that's a big difference between this, you know. In the end, it's plastic. Sometimes, depending on where you got your spinner from, you can even feel like little pieces of plastic that weren't taken off correctly. Is it a big deal? Can you still use it? Absolutely. It's just a different experience. This is a step up from that. And these are great. Everybody loves these. This is the $25 price range. And these are a crowd favorite, and rightfully so, because they are nice, they are high quality, and it gives you a different experience than the traditional plastic ones. You know, this is something that's weighty in your pocket when you put it in your pocket. When you hold it in your hand, it feels like you have something really nice in your hand, not just a piece of plastic. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Those all have their purposes, but it's just an upgrade. Okay, so let's go to the Executive and see what the upgrade from this is. Okay, so now the upgrade from the Secret Service is the Executive Spinner. Now, the Executive Spinner, I mean, it's hard to not like this spinner. It's pretty much silent. It feels amazingly weighted in the hand. The different colors and the styles that we carry are incredible, especially the new rainbow for the summer coming up. I mean, look at that. It's stunning. So do you get that kind of look, and do you get that kind of finish in this? No. You know, not to say that there's anything wrong with this, but it's just a different experience. I mean, this right here, this is a Honda Civic. This is a Kia, right? See this? I mean, it even has the symbol. This is the Mercedes-Benz, right? So yeah, is there anything wrong with rocking out a Honda Civic? Is there anything wrong with rocking out a Kia? Absolutely not. But does everybody want one? No, not everybody wants one. Sometimes somebody's going to save up and say, you know, I want to get the Mercedes, or I want to get the Toyota, or whatever that happens to be, you know, and it just comes down to preference. Some people are saying, hey, I don't ever need anything more than this, and this feels fine. Okay, so, you know, if you're a kid and you're in school, maybe that is going to be great. But if you're an executive and you're working somewhere and you want to have something nice that sits on your desk, maybe a piece like this is going to look a little bit more high-end than a piece like this, you know, because obviously to a certain degree with a lot of colors, you know, that's going to fit one environment versus, you know, something that's, you know, like this, a nice gold piece, you know, that's going to fit a different environment. And also they have different purposes, right? With this piece, you're going to want to hold on to, you're not going to want to be tricking with it, you're not going to want to throw this up in the air. This might be the one that you're more inclined to fidget with. Whereas maybe the big baller is something that you're going to trick with. And if it drops, it's not going to be the end of the world for you. It only costs $10. You can play with it, you can have a good time with it, but it's still not going to give you the same experience as this is. And of course, that's not to say that one's better than the other, because there really isn't one that's better than the other. And there really isn't an answer to the question as, do you need to ever spend more than $10? Because it's really an individual experience. Some people will always just be fine with this, and some people are going to want this. Now, does that mean that the person that wants this is wrong and the person that wants this is right, or vice versa? Of course not. It all comes down to your personal preference and what you put your time and energy into. Now, somebody might be using spinners and maybe they use it like once a week, and so like this one's going to be fine for them. And then somebody might use one every single day and they're just like, you know, I really want a nice piece. I want to save up. I want to get one that's quiet, that I can use. You know, maybe I'm going to use it in the boardroom or in the classroom or wherever that is. I want something that's going to look nice, that's going to catch the reflection of the light when I'm filming. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why you might choose a more high-end piece than a less expensive piece. So let's talk about some of the even more higher-end pieces. So we've got here the Maze spinner. We've got the Corsair spinner. This one's really great. The creator of this did this with the Spinnercraft logo for me as a special gift. But you've got beautiful high-end spinners like this that are $100 or more. You've got the Fid Canoe, which is kind of like the brass knuckle spinner. And all of these are over $100. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces. But at the same time, do you need this? Of course not. For some of you guys, if you're a younger audience, this is probably going to be even too big for you. Like this piece right here is the width of my hand. And so there's a chance that that's not going to be even the right size for you. Or this piece right here, this thing is like 6 ounces. This thing is super heavy and it's really a big size. So if you've got a smaller hand, this might not even work for you. So, you know, it's kind of determining where you're at. Some of the more expensive high-end pieces, you might not ever have interest in. But if you're a collector, just like somebody collects baseball cards or somebody might collect model trains or whatever it happens to be, you might want to go for a nice machine piece. You might want to find a piece that you read about the manufacturer, you read about the person who created it, you read their story, you got really invested, and you said, hey, like I wanna go ahead and support that company because I know what they do and what they've put into this and the amount of energy and intention they put into this. So I'm gonna support them. And you might decide to save up for a piece that's a nice high-end piece like these. But is it necessary? No, because like these pieces are over $100 and I love these. But you know, you can also get these that are like, you know, in the $40 and less range. So, you know, you got a beautiful high-end piece here. You've got one in the $25 range here. You've got your upgrade. If you want to do your Pro Fidget upgrade bearing, you got that. You know, and then you even just have a whole plethora of amazing pieces that are $10. So in the end, there is no answer to the question. It's all personal preference. But hey, there's no hating either way because you can love this for what it's worth and what it's good for. And then if you decide to purchase this, there is definitely some excitement and enjoyment in enjoying a nice high-end piece too. So is there a specific answer? No, there's no specific answer. Honestly, I like both and I collect both. I love the plastics. I think they're amazing, amazing, amazing. They're inexpensive. You can buy a few, you can buy some for friends, you can buy multiple colors. And if they break, it's not the end of the world. You know, sometimes I'll try to do crazy tricks with these and I get pretty rough with them, you know? And then if you want, you know, there's also the nice high-end pieces, and this might not be your thing, but if it is your thing, then it's a great investment because they're really, really fun, and you just have a different experience, you know? Again, you know, it's just kind of like, are you in the Honda Civic, are you in the Kia, or are you in the Mercedes-Benz? Is there anything wrong either way? No, there's no wrong either way, but sometimes you just might want to save up for the Mercedes. So, guys, no matter which spinner you have, the most important thing is that you enjoy it, that you're having fun with it, that you're fidgeting, whether you're a fidgeter, whether you're a tricker, it doesn't matter which one, it's just that you're enjoying it and having a good time and being in the flow. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you hanging out with me for this important topic, and please do tell me what you think. Do you ever need to spend more than $10 on a spinner? Put your comment down in the comments below. I'm going to read all of them. I love to hear what you guys got to say. And also, don't forget, for those of you that are interested in our latest contest, we're having the Spinner Creativity Photo Contest. Take the most creative photo with you and your spinner, and you can win a prize. Go to the website, spinnercraft.com, go to the bottom of the page, click on the button that says Contest. You can read all about it and read how to enter. I look forward to checking out all of your amazing photos with your spinners in action anywhere in nature all around the world. You guys are awesome. You guys are so creative, so I'm pumped to see that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please go ahead and click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. Check out some of our other great videos. We talk about spinners and all things that have to do with being in the flow. All right, guys, your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Hope you guys have an amazing week. Peace.
Daddy, look at this fidget spinner.
What it do?
Spin.
What's spinning? Oh, wee!
I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin.
At first, I ain't like the damn spinner. Nope. Everybody spinning, so I had to get a spinner. My brother spinning, my sister spinning, my cousin, his cousin, his brother. Damn, I can spin it on my head. Damn, I can spin it on my toes. On my damn, I can take it to the fucking trap. Spin that spinner on some hoes. That spinner go fast. That spinner go slow. That spinner spin just like the wind. That spinner gon' go. Whoa.
Fidget with that spinner. Fidget with that spinner. Fidget with that spinner. Spin, spin. Fidget with that spinner. Fidget with that spinner. Fidget with that spinner. Spin, spin.
I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. I bought a fidget spinner just to see that bitch spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin. That bitch spin, spin, spin.
I want a fidget spinner and I want it right now. I want a fidget spinner and I want it right now. I want a fidget spinner and I want it right now. If I don't get it, I'ma run away.
Well, y'all go what?
Run away.
Y'all ain't getting no motherfucking fidget spinner, so y'all might as well pack y'all shit and run away. Y'all ain't even gotta run away. Y'all go ahead and take y'all shit. I don't give a fuck. A deadbeat.
Yeah.
Shit, ask your mama for a motherfucking fidget spinner.
What's up YouTube, this is Reverend TK421 here, and I got a brand new spinner for you guys. I call it the chain spinner. I'm pretty excited about this one because it's the easiest, simplest, and cheapest spinner I've done so far. To make this fidget spinner, you're going to need 22 links of 1/2 by 3/32 inch bicycle chain. This chain is typically used for 6, 7, and 8 geared bicycles, and I found it worked perfect for this. There's different colors of bike chain that you can use for this, so I'm going to be linking different colors of chain in the description. You can get these chains for really cheap or even free by asking the local bike store for their used chains. And if your chain's rusty, you can use a Dremel tool bit just like this one. It's a rotary brass brush, and it really gets the rust off very easily. You can also use a manual steel or brass brush too. This works. And some rust penetrant. A skateboard bearing or 608 bearing, some pliers, and 2 zip ties about this size. You can see that there's different colors you can use for this too. When it comes to the zip ties, make sure you don't get one that's more than 3/32 inch or 2.5 millimeters wide. Otherwise, it's not going to fit inside of the chain. A chain breaker. If you don't have a chain breaker, you can also use a center punch and a hammer to break the chain. And scissors. I'm going to be posting links in the description for the materials and tools that I used for this fidget spinner. All you have to do is take your chain and make it look like this. Now take your zip tie and put it inside of the chain, just like this. Now take your other zip tie and do the same for the other side. So it looks like that. Now you want to take this end and put it through the remaining links. So now it looks like this. Now put the ends of the zip ties inside the other ends. So it looks like this. Don't pull it too tight just yet. Now you take your bearing and you put it inside the chain, and then all you have to do is pull those zip ties. you might have to use some pliers to pull the zip ties tight. Now just cut the ends of the zip ties off, and there you go. And that's how easy it is. So right now you can just pop the bearing back out if you wanted to, and put the bearing back in, and it works. You could also glue the bearing to the chain so the bearing doesn't pop out, and I would do this by applying some epoxy or super glue in between the spaces of the chain in the bearing. But in my opinion, I prefer it not to be glued, because if you drop it, the bearing pops out and you just pop it right back in. Honestly, this spinner is pretty comfortable without buttons, but if you wanted to add some, you can just use some nuts here, or they sell fidget spinner buttons on eBay for pretty cheap. This one is just 2 nuts on a threaded post. And these 2 are just 2 bolts with a nut on the other end. Without any buttons, the spinner weighs 72 grams. And to compare that to, I'm going to weigh a sprocket spinner. So this means that it's a pretty heavy spinner, and it's going to spin for a while due to this weight. Let's see how long I can get this to spin for with a stainless steel bearing. Two minutes and 6 seconds. This is just a reminder that I'm going to be giving one of my sprocket spinners away that you can see here. I'm going to be randomly picking this subscriber to win the fidget spinner on April 4th. Anybody that is subscribed to my channel has a chance to win this sprocket spinner. I hope you guys are enjoying your new fidget spinner and enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and give a like. Thank you for watching, and keep calm and spin on.
What's up, guys? Your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Everybody checked out the winners of the big compilation contest last week. Thank you for everybody that put in your videos. I appreciate all the time and work you put into it. But today we got a big announcement. We are going to start announcing, and I know you guys have been asking about this, we're going to start announcing the people that are in the Spinnercraft Pro Team. There's a Pro Team for spinners. For those of you that did ask about that, we're starting to announce those people that are on the Pro Team now. What I've decided to do is I decided to give each person that's on the team the proper amount of time to really display their skills. So we're actually going to do one announcement per video. So we're going to announce one guy, and we're going to show his clip and announce him to the team, and you can see all of the amazing work that that person's done. Some of them have developed their own signature moves. Now you got to remember, this is really something new. I mean, when spinners first started, people just used them as fidget devices, and that's cool. That's what they were for, and a lot of people used it for that. But of course, as with everything, things change, right? And so, you know, it is still a fidget tool, and we all still use it for a fidget tool, and it still does help those with ADHD and autism and all of that. But there's also another element of it, and that's tricks. And that's something that we started at Spinnercraft here in the spinner movement, and just excited to see everybody just jumping on board and sort of celebrating this new sort of art. So, with saying all of that, I am proud to announce our first member on the Pro Team. He's amazing. He does a really cool signature trick as well. Check it out. It's a long video, but it's got a nice flow to it, so just kick back, enjoy, and leave your comments below so you can give a shout out on such amazing tricks, and just really an amazing person. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us in introducing Kalo to the Spinnercraft Pro team and into the YouTube community. Definitely go and check out his YouTube channel below. It's in the video description link underneath the video. Check it out, subscribe, leave some comments for him. He's an amazing dude, and you're gonna see amazing tricks coming up from him from the future. For those of you that have been asking about the different color options for the executive spinner, we do now have the rainbow. Can you guys see that? The rainbow, I mean, it's beautiful. Some people call it oil slick, oil spill, whatever you want to call it. We do have the rainbow version available, and it's just, I mean, this one's stunning. When you spin this in the light and you get a nice warp effect, it's pretty awesome because of the different colors that pop up off the different panels, the different arms. So we've got the rainbow in, and then we got the new black in. Now I really dig the black. I mean, it's kind of like that all black everything mentality, and I'm starting to dig the black stainless steel now in a lot of different spinners. So we decided to carry it. It's in the black as well. If you guys want to check that out, please visit us at spinnercraft.com. Thank you guys so much. We got a bunch of great videos coming your way this week. We've got some reviews, we've got fun stuff, so stay tuned. And for those, again, who want to get in at the last minute, the Spinnercraft Do-It-Yourself contest ends at the end of this month. That's if you created your own spinner from scratch with your hands, you can enter this contest. Go to spinnercraft.com, hit the contest link above, find out all about it, and come and join us. Hopefully you'll win a prize. All right, guys, thanks so much. Hope to see you guys again this week with some more videos. Your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Peace. What's up, guys? Your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Guess what, guys? We're gonna do a product review today. It's been a while since we've done a spinner review. I got a spinner from Alphabot Industries, this company that's right here in LA, so of course I had to check it out, right? And they make this stainless steel spinner called the Valkyrie. Check this thing out. It's kind of fresh. We're gonna do a zoom in. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna do the full review in just a minute. Give me them spinners, 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 I like to just listen to the sound of the arms whipping around. It's perfect. All right, guys, let's get started. Here we are with our spinner from Alphabot Industries right here in downtown LA. We've got two spinners today. One I'm going to be using as a review, and then one I'm actually going to do as a giveaway, which I'll tell you guys about at the end of this review. So you have to actually listen to the whole review. But let's go ahead and see. I already took it out, as you can see, but just so you know, when you open it up, you get this nice little insert here. And I couldn't wait, so I had to pop it out ahead of time. You get a backup bearing in a bag, like that, awesome. And then you get a nice little card here, which I'm really digging. So it says the Valkyrie from Alphabot Industries. And then it has a little quick start guide on how to use it for those that are beginners, and a little maintenance card with some tips. And then the warranty on the back. So kind of feeling that. I love the packaging, and simple, neat, and looks good. So let's get into the spinner. All right, so here's the spinner, and as you can see, of course, it's a beautiful, beautiful stainless steel piece. And the first thing that you notice right off the bat is they have the V logo on one side, and then they have this beautiful pinwheel picture right here, which I really love. The first thing I did was I spun that because I like the look of that, I like the feel of that, and it has a really nice, easy spin to it. Doesn't require any effort. And you can, of course, pop it over on the other side, and you can see the V, which has a little bit of a different feel and a different look to it. But I just kind of like that. Even at a slow rate like that, it feels kind of nice. Okay, so let's talk about the feel and the size of this thing. So, of course, you can see this is one solid piece here. And it's beautifully angled. I don't know if you can catch it. Yeah, actually you can catch it. It's beautifully angled here and raised up, and it has a really, really nice finger feel to it. You can almost miss it if you're not paying attention, but it has this really nice finger feel to it. And then you've got this little bit of, well, I almost think it's like a little cutout here of the V for the Valkyrie. I'm guessing it's the V. Which is really fun too, and it matches the logo on the back side. Of course, not an exact match, but you've got your V, you've got your V. I kind of am digging that incorporated inside the aesthetic of this spinner. For those that are interested in the size and the weight of this is approximately 3 ounces in weight, and the length is about 69 millimeters. So that can give you a good understanding. We're just going to put it side by side with the Executive so you can kind of see the difference. A little bit bigger than the Executive, of course, a little bit longer, but it's also going to have a different experience because it's a 2-arm or a bar spinner versus a 3-arm spinner. Now, before we get into the fidget play, I want to open up the caps so you guys can see what the bearing looks like. And awesome. So we've got the R188 bearing inside here. We've got the bearing removal system, which again you're going to find on the Executive spinner. You're going to find on the Secret Service spinner. You can just put a little screwdriver or a coin usually, or a piece of metal in there and twist this out. The bearing pops and falls right out. You're ready to go. So that's quick, that's easy, nice caps. They pop right back on, really simple. Now, another thing that I like about the caps is they have a nice ridge here. And of course, those who like to do finger balances or even tricks with spinners, having a ridge there is definitely a big plus. Even if you're not really good with a finger balance, this thing just rests on your finger with the size of that ridge, and it's really easy to get a nice spin out of it. Okay, let's go ahead and test this and see what kind of hand play that we get out of this. So of course you saw that it was a bit bigger than the Executive, so it could be for a medium-sized hand, maybe a larger size hand. And the thing I really am digging about it is I love the way that they did this cutout here. So they cut it out, it feels a little bit thinner here, and then it gets nice and bulky here. It raises up with these aerodynamic wings here, so it's definitely thick and bulky here. You feel that when you get the spin going. Right, you can feel that because it has a nice rotation, and also the part I appreciate about it as far as the fidgeability factor is when I go to spin this, my finger catches right here in that divot, and I'm actually spinning off this bigger weight, and it feels kind of good pushing that bigger weight. So interestingly enough, every spinner has its own feel, and this one for me, I just like doing a lot of stop-starting with this one, and again, spinning it off that bigger weight. Something's really rewarding and satisfying about that. All right, let's go ahead and time this and see what we get for spin time. All right, let's give it a go. All right guys, while this thing is spinning, we're gonna take a pause and we're gonna talk about the giveaway one. So I've got this brand new one here. Inside the package, hasn't even been touched. We're gonna do a giveaway, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this away to the person who answers the right answer in the comments below. It's the first person, so all of you guys who are on Notification Squad, what's up? This is your chance to jump in and get yourself a spinner for free if you can figure out the answer. And here's the question. Now, a lot of you guys know I'm also on the health tip too, so I'm gonna ask you guys a health question. First person that answers it puts the comment below the answer that I want you to say. I'm going to send you one of these beautiful Valkyries from Alphabot Industries anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where you live, no charge, free, on me. So are you guys ready for the question? Okay, cool. So here's the question. The question is, what is the first thing I drink every single morning besides water? There it is. So go ahead, leave your comment below, and let's finish the rest of this spin time. All right guys, I'm gonna stop it here at 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Probably had about 6 minutes and a half. I mean, out of the box, this thing just pulled 6.5 minutes. This is crazy. It's got great spin time. There's no doubt about that. I'm really digging this piece. I'm really digging this piece. So for those of you that are into a 2-arm, check these guys out. This is quality spin time, quality piece, beautiful caps, great for a nice balance, and also love the logo presentation and design. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining me on this review on the Valkyrie spinner. Pretty cool, right in downtown LA. Let me know what you guys think of the spinner. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Be sure to like the video. If this is your first time here, click subscribe and check out some of our other great reviews. We get into reviews about all kinds of spinners and also spinner theory, tutorials, and all that good stuff. All right guys, your boy Philip here. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.